This week in country music history, Randy Travis was at the peak of a 3-week #1, bringing the traditional sounds of old school country into the 80s mainstream. We're talking about the remarkable run of Forever and Ever, Amen. Welcome to CMA's This Week in Country Music History. It was June 13th, 1987. The spotlight landed on a North Carolina voice with a rich, steady baritone. Randy Travis stepped into that moment with a sound rooted in storytelling and clarity. With his second album, Always and Forever, he delivered songs that felt honest and weathered from the first listen. Anchored by Forever and Ever, Amen, a track that would soon rise to the top and stay there. It was a song written by Paul Overstreet and Don Schlitz. The idea started from something personal. Schlitz heard his son repeat a line after prayer, "I love you forever and ever, Amen." That phrase stuck, and the two wrote that song in a single night, building everything around that simple moment. When it reached Randy Travis, it fit right into the story-forward direction he was already heading. The track kept things simple. Steel guitar, steady rhythm, and straightforward vocal delivery. That simplicity is what made it land. Once it hit radio, it moved fast, climbing to #1 on the Billboard Hot Country Songs chart and holding that spot for 3 straight weeks. The song helped drive the album to a staggering 43 weeks on the Top Country Albums chart. The RIAA eventually certified the release 5 times platinum. More than anything, it showed this sound had real staying power with listeners. By the time the industry gathered for the biggest nights of the year, it was clear that Randy Travis was a benchmark for excellence. The hardware started piling up on October 12, 1987, at the 21st Annual CMA Awards. That night, Randy Travis stood at the center of the world, walking away with wins for Album of the Year and Male Vocalist of the Year. Forever and Ever, Amen also secured Single of the Year and Song of the Year, making it a cornerstone of the late 80s sound. But it didn't stop there. On March 2nd, 1988, the success of this run led Randy to the 30th Annual Grammy Awards, where he won Male Country Vocal Performance of the Year. Forever and Ever, Amen quickly moved past being a radio hit and became a total cultural touchstone. There's a special kind of gravity in a song that starts with a child's prayer and ends up defining a genre. Its impact is undeniable. We've seen versions from Kane Brown, Ronnie Dunn, the Avett Brothers, and Shania Twain. At the 50th Annual CMA Awards, an all-star tribute featuring Brad Paisley, Carrie Underwood, Garth Brooks, Dierks Bentley, Alan Jackson, and more performed the song in Randy's honor. Josh Turner even credited Randy as the reason he moved to Nashville in the first place. There's a profound beauty in seeing that influence still standing tall today. In 2013, Randy suffered a massive stroke that tragically limited his ability to speak and sing. But his spirit and his impact never wavered. In a full circle moment in 2020, Randy stepped back into the recording studio for the first time since his stroke to join Josh Turner for a new version of this classic. He sang that final iconic Amen, proving that while his voice has changed, his presence is still the heartbeat of the genre. Randy Travis holding that #1 spot for 3 weeks did more than just break a chart record. It reminded us that the most powerful things in this genre are often the simplest. Even now, through every challenge Randy has faced, that one word, Amen, still echoes as a reminder that the roots of this music are meant to last. That's This Week in Country Music History. Make sure you're following CMA because next week we're trading the radio for the cornfield. That's right, we're talking about hee-haw.